Hi guys, we are here with Torta season by Bryn Weaver. This is episode 1, but we did like a point 5 where we did our out loud in the moment read and reaction to the trigger warning. So if you haven't watched that, you should go back because we've definitely already seen some of them. But I guess if you've already read through Avast, which I believe is chapter 11, but Bryn throws me a loop with all of her books, and we don't know what the numbers are while we're reading them. We are here to talk about literally everything that we just read, and spoil all of it. So if you have not read it, go back, read, then come join us. Quick note too, we are not going to discuss anything that happened in the Ruinous Love Trilogy. Bryn has said, and it seems like this is the case, you can read this book first. So we are not going to ruin anything if you have not read the Ruinous Love Trilogy. However, we will need to discuss something that we want to draw on from the Ruinous Love Trilogy, and we will save that for last. We will say it as a very light spoiler, and I think spoiler is even a fairly strong word. It's just a very light Easter egg of sorts that we will mention later. But if you want to know absolutely nothing that happens in the Ruinous Love Trilogy, we'll warn you so you can turn it off before then. But we will not ruin anything big or even small. Okay, enough of that. We are going to get right in to this book, which I have to say right off the bat, I am absolutely loving this. Like I am laughing out loud. Just like the lines are hilarious. Like this is so typical Bryn Weaver, where just like the comedy is hitting for me. And just like with other books of hers, we've got an adorable animal companion. Can we talk about Morpheus for a minute and how I'm somehow not grossed out about the fact that he's just like nom and human snacks and it's cute. Like it's just really cute. Like do you guys also love Morpheus?
I love Morpheus. It was cute. I like the human snacks didn't bother me up until Jake's face.
It didn't even bother me. The eye didn't even bother me. I was like, "Oh, Morpheus. So cute." Do we think that he's going to play a bigger role? Because as much as like I love him and he's adorable, I think that they keep alluding to the fact that he's like a warning system, and I
Yeah.
want him to play like a larger role in like saving Harper or like, helping out with what's going on. And I just like I love him, but also think that he's going to be like a cool little plot device later on.
Could see that happening. Like
Yeah.
he
Maybe.
seems very loyal. So,
Yeah. He also like brings her things like this bracelet that she like had brought
hmm
to the cemetery and left there, which I don't know if we have any theories on what the bracelet's about or other ways that
do we
Morpheus
think
might bring her something, but
do we think it's hers or does it belong to the Lancasters?
I Is there a difference? Because at some point Nolan makes some comment about like Arthur. I think Arthur and Harper like having like being incestuous murders. Like something about he uses the word incestuous. And she was like, if only he knew, which makes it seem like there's more of a connection there than we know about.
I made a note about that too, and I don't have a really good theory because I feel like at this point, what we know about Harper's past is that like something traumatic happened with her. She was clearly at the site of the car crash, but was not actual Harper who was driving. She took her identity, but she was there. We don't know how. And then when it comes to Arthur, I think it's pretty obvious at this point we know that he's the grandfather that Sam refers to, whose daughter was murdered, Poppy, living with her son, who we have to assume is Lucas, in the little carriage house. But nothing else about like other female relations or ways that like Harper could be related to him. So do you guys have any theories on what the incestuous comment was?
No, I have no theories, but I feel like like in my head, it's somehow related to the bracelet because, like, I don't know why she'd be sad about a bracelet on one of the Lancaster graves.
Well, it sounded like she left it there because she said Morpheus thought that maybe she had lost it. So I think
Yeah,
that ties into her past.
but assuming her past, it seems like she changed her identity and moved to Carnage. So, like, I
Hmm.
don't know why she would be tied to a grave unless it's a more recent death, but she hasn't alluded to a more recent death.
Yeah. And the only relations that we know of Arthur's are his daughter, who is dead, and Lucas's mom, which is definitely not Harper. Either Harper or previously Harper, now dead Harper. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what it means, but I have a note to keep an eye out for, like ways that they could be related. Or my other thought is like, is it possible that La Plume, which seems to be like the actual bad serial killer, like were they related to Arthur in some way? Yes, Elena, you with the hand.
I'm gonna say the actual bad serial killer. How many not actual bad serial killers can there be? Also, Arthur killed more than 16 people. Like, it's 16 people in one of his many, like, like properties. With the assumption being there's more bodies on the other properties.
Yep.
Could there have been
Busy.
20 plus people worthy of dying?
I mean, tourists are a bunch of assholes, so maybe. It also could be like worse things than just like awful tourists. Like, maybe it was people from like further back that had like nefarious reasons for coming to town or, something along those lines. But I'm also, you know what? It's a Bryn Weaver book, and I'm okay with there just being like 25 really like awful tourist people that came to town, and Arthur was just like, nope, you done.
I just feel like we're drawing a really clear line into bad serial killer, not bad serial killer. And at least Harper, it seems like, hasn't killed that many people. Whether or not they deserve to die, TBD. But 20 plus people?
I do have to say that I forget what all three of the rationales were for people that she mentioned she'd killed, but there was at least one in there that I was like, really? Did we had to murder that person? But I appreciated when Arthur said to her that like some guy keeps letting his dog like crap on his lawn, that she was like, okay, we've got to reassess where Arthur's line is for murder.
Well, even like if she did kill the real Harper. And what Harper did was bad. I'm not defending it. But like it was an accident. Should she have driven away? No.
I keep trying to figure out how our Harper was in that situation. And like all we know that she
Yeah.
said is that she was tortured and she was in some sort of like what does she say? Like a something like fun house, like a weird like evil fun house or something. And is there a possibility that she was like tied up in the back of the trunk of those four like of the car that the four people were driving? And she
But
like
then how would she have
pops
gotten
out?
out?
Like, I don't know, in the crash, maybe it like she got out, or maybe it's not like an enclosed trunk. Maybe she could like climb out of the car when everything was happening. I keep trying to picture how she was there.
Yeah. I was so thrown off when she said her memory, not Harper. Like
Mhm.
previous Harper, current Harper.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So it
I
tells me that
know.
like she was there. I just don't know how.
Well, like I think by that point it had been pretty established that she wasn't the original Harper, that like she had taken Harper's name, but then she did like
Mhm.
have a flashback to the accident and I was like,
Yeah.
am I misunderstanding? Like is she the real Harper?
No, I was so shocked
No,
because
I don't
I
think
figured,
so.
yeah, the minute that we knew that she wasn't actual Harper, I was like, oh, then she has no idea what this crash is about, and then she did. I was like, wait, what? So
Yeah.
I don't know, like it
The
seems to
the people
me
in the
like
car too didn't bring a register for her when she was going through the scrapbook.
Yeah. That too.
Maybe she just saw what happened, and then she's the reason that Harper in the car ended up in the lake.
Yeah, I figured she was in the woods for some reason, but I don't know why.
Yeah. I must have missed that line about that funhouse, Brooke, that you mentioned.
It was just like
There
way at
was
the
a line.
beginning. She just talks about like what she escaped was something about like a, I don't know, like a, yeah, evil funhouse or something. That at least that's like what stuck in the back of my mind was like this awful like torture dungeon that she was kept in, kind of
Interesting.
thing.
It's not Funhouse.
And I wasn't sure if it was like maybe the four of the people that were driving the car were doing something awful to her. Yeah, I don't know. Because I feel like if she was already in Cape Carnage, then people would know who she was. So I feel like this had to be obviously like pre her taking Harper's identity. Um, and yeah, like why would she have chosen Harper's identity specifically? And it could just be the convenience of like, well, I killed her, so I know that her identity's up for grabs.
Right.
And then she just moves.
Wait, so how long
But
has she been in Carnage?
4 years? 5
yeah, I think
years?
she says 4 years.
Which is around
I
the
tried
same
to look up
time.
Funhouse. It's not Funhouse. But
Oh,
I remember the line. I just can't. I was trying to find it to read it to Jamie, but I can't.
that's all I got on Harper. And I don't have a better idea for what happened with Arthur, other than that it sounds like LaPlume killed his daughter. And he got revenge.
Yeah. I wonder if she also became involved with the plume. Like
Hmm,
not just one serial killer, but another one. That's not Arthur.
could be. Yeah.
And we're sure that LaPlume is not Arthur, right?
Yeah, I think Arthur claims that he's his like enemy at one point.
Yeah, from conversations that Arthur and Harper have had, it does seem like he hates LaPlume and LaPlume is someone that is different. I think like maybe if we're going down the incestuous line, like rabbit hole, is it possible that his daughter was LaPlume and like he had to like put her
Mm.
down kind of thing? And maybe that's why he's got so much trauma in his past. But yeah, I think that he's not the same person. Sam, whatever his last name is, I don't know, because he needs to die by the
Porter.
end of this book. Thanks, Sam Porter. I think I keep thinking his name is Sam Laporta, like the football player. Sam
Oh.
Porter, Sam Porter. He needs to be dead. He posited that Arthur and LaPlume were the same person when he was talking to
Ah.
Nolan.
I was putting a lot on Sam being dead at the end of this book, and then Harper was like, "We can't kill him." Like all the crazy murder people, like murder investigators, would come. I was like, "Damn, maybe he won't die. That would be a
She
bummer."
has a point.
Maybe. But my other thought is like, is there a world in which Sam is LaPlume? Or like knows more than he's letting on, or is also evil? Because I would love a loophole that allowed him to die at the end.
Have you guys not gotten that LaPlume's dead? I feel like the vibe I've been getting is that LaPlume's dead and Arthur killed him.
That is the vibe that I'm getting too. But I also could
Yeah.
see a world in which it's like, oh, like LaPlume just vanished, or like Arthur did something to like run him out of town or whatever and doesn't know what happened to him. Like maybe it's this guy.
You know who also vanished?
Who?
Maxine. I'm just like
Okay.
Let's
crazy
let's talk
theories
about
out
let's
here.
talk about Lucas. I want to immediately talk about Lucas.
Lucas
Jamie, how
is
much do you love
God.
Lucas?
Oh, he's adorable.
Oh my God.
So cute. He's gotta be the next book's like, this is a trilogy again, so he's gotta be the next book's male main character, right? And he's gotta actually also secretly be a serial killer because Harper keeps being like, "He's so innocent, like, he doesn't know anything."
Yeah,
He
no, he
Do you
absolutely
think
has murdery tendencies.
I was gonna say, like, do you guys think he really doesn't know anything?
I don't think he
No.
knows anything about his grandfather.
Oh, so you think Lucas has murdery tendencies outside of Arthur's tutelage? Oh, that would be a twist.
Literally, I think everyone's over here, like, protecting Lucas, and Lucas, like, it runs in the family, but, like, they're trying to protect him, but, like, he just can't help it. He be murdering tourists too.
Right. Like there's no way that Maxine isn't either dead or like found out the truth or something and like got
Yeah.
squirrely and went away. Um also you guys were positing before the episode that is Lucas a virgin and I say 1,000% no. Like do either of you actually think that this boy is a virgin?
I'm gonna say yes just for the, like, ha-has of it.
For laughter, yeah.
Like, if he is the next
It's
male character, yes, because I'm not allowed to say, but yes.
You want a nice V card trope for our next book?
I mean, I don't know if we've seen one before, so
I think though, I personally feel like he's into some kinky shit because everyone's thinking that Lucas is like this cute boy, like, oh no, protect Lucas at all costs. And like this boy's over here with like a dungeon in his basement. I just think you guys need to think outside the box.
just think the opposite. So, oh, he doesn't know about all the murder stuff? He does. Oh, he's a virgin? No, he's not.
Not, no. Yeah, no matter what though, any version of all of these thoughts, I'm so excited for Lucas's story. Like so excited. I feel like he has to be one of our main male characters for sure.
Yeah. I love their text messages and their banter that he has with Harper.
Yeah.
I did you guys think that she actually hated him at first? Because like when she was texting him and was like, "I just threw you under the bus," I was like, "Does she actually not get along with him?" Like I couldn't tell if it was banter at first, but then obviously it became banter.
It's
Oh
cute.
no. Yeah, it immediately read to me like cute, like sibling banter of
Yeah,
like,
sibling
sorry, I
banter.
fed you to the parents this time, it's your turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love Lucas. Also love Arthur. Like I don't feel like we said enough about Arthur's character. There's a minute I'm laughing out loud when he's like, "Where's my bag? I need to murder this guy that's letting his dog crap on my lawn." And then like the really touching scene that we got at the end of the
The-
last chapter where he's like saying that he's feeling like he's forgetting who he is with Harper and I'm just like, "Stop it."
yeah, I might have
Oh.
teared up.
I think that, we knew from doing the trigger warnings that like Alzheimer's and memory loss were going to be a part of this story. And I think we mentioned in like it not like we did this just a couple days ago. Why don't I remember? But Bryn is donating a portion of the proceeds from all of the sales of the book to Alzheimer's
Mhm.
research. So I had this feeling going in that it was going to be, something that was very poignant and like that she would deal with it very well. And so far, I'm absolutely loving it because we're still seeing like who Arthur is, and like
Mhm.
getting the humor and the comedy with him and like seeing how he has affected like Harper's life. Like she called him her best friend in that last scene and we're also getting to see his decline and I just feel like that's so appropriate for like if anyone has dealt with someone who has Alzheimer's or memory loss. It's very it feels very real to me in my experience,
That's
so I appreciate that.
yeah. Yeah, it's been a deep read. I mean, like an
Yeah.
emotional, very impactful. There were some beautiful quotes, um, especially in the last chapter that we read. That was very moving. Um, Grief is the phantom that never gives up. I don't know if you remember that part.
Yeah.
Never grows tired of haunting our hearts. It clings on, somehow surviving even when other memories drift away. I feel like I'm gonna cry again later.
It like, and I feel like that even just talking about this book by itself and not like Bryn's other books, but Bryn is doing an amazing job of weaving like real true human emotion with these absolutely ridiculous scenarios that would never happen in real life, and just like the humor and all of it together. I am absolutely loving this story.
Yeah. I feel like it's being well done, this topic of Alzheimer's.
Yeah, I'm gonna have my tissues with me from now until like the book is over. It's so good. It's so good. And I love Arthur's character. Like him loving his shoes, like his fancy designer Italian
Yes,
shoes.
I
And
love that. Yeah.
I appreciate too, like how Harper doesn't like pussyfoot around the Alzheimer's thing. He's like, someone stole my sugar bowl, and she's like, did they? Did they steal your sugar bowl? Like, and I love that she just has this very authentic, like real, honest relationship with him where, she just seems like she absolutely knows what he needs all the time.
He's her best friend.
Yeah.
So
I'm
sweet.
so worried for him. Like, as
Yeah.
the book goes on.
Yeah. She's just so protective of him. Like, they're not blood related or anything. And she only met him, like, what, 4 or 5 years ago? And she
Hmm.
has just, like, this strong sense of protectiveness and, like, willing to, like, a self sacrifice everything for him.
Yeah, I think that Arthur needs one more kill, personally. And like I would love for it to be Sam, but it could be someone else. Like I'll take someone else. I just think that I would love to see like, because we all know that Nolan and Harper are going to like get over their shit and they're going to be together. So like a 3-person murder party, wouldn't that be fun?
No, Nolan will kill Harper
Later, he will kill her later.
when he gets his scrapbook back.
Yes, his scrapbook that definitely is not made of full human leather pages, but I wasn't wrong about there being bits of human leather in it.
Mhm.
Let's talk about Nolan. How much do you guys love Nolan? Like on a scale from 1 to 5, where are we at with Nolan?
His chapters are so funny, even though he's not, like, purposely funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's trying really hard not to be, and he is.
Yeah. Like when when he stalks her and trying to get her reaction about the thing that he did for, which oddly, like he's coming to kill her, but he hurt the guy, the other guy that tried to do her harm.
Let's talk about their first scene together. So I
Yes.
thought the minute that he comes up behind her in the coffee shop, I thought he knew who she was. So this whole time I'm thinking
Yes.
like this guy is a psycho, like a level 5 psycho. The fact that he can flirt with her this convincingly and know that he wants to murder her and that she, killed his brother and hit him with a car, like but then we find out that he didn't know. And it's like when her name is said, which is Harper, which, we find out later that's not really her real name. So he doesn't actually know who she is and what she's done. Like everything flips on a switch. But Jamie, before this, you brought up a good line that I also like it struck me as odd. And it's that he like notes something about her hand when they're in the
Yeah.
coffee shop. And like I feel like it could be a throwaway line of like he's just looking at her movements, but it seems really specific. And is there something about Harper's hand that he notices? And I do feel like there are moments where he almost catches himself not recognizing her. And I'm wondering if that's going to like bridge us to him realizing she's not the person he's been looking for. But do you think that there's something more there?
Okay, so I brought that up because, and I'm thinking, what if she has like a tattoo or something on there? And
Mm.
it brought me back to this theory about Laplume and what Laplume does to his victims, in which he writes some like tattoos, right? Or something on their bodies.
He
So I thought
literally
that
like
maybe,
etches their skin with an ink pen.
yeah. So I thought maybe like that was her tie-in with Laplume. I mean, this was this theory I thought of like later on. I still don't know what he thinks, like what he saw or that caught his eye. Maybe it is her hand, like what she thinks it is. There was movement, that caught his attention.
Yeah.
That got him off guard. I don't know what it means. What do you guys think?
No, what I said is my only idea is that like I think there are going to be little things that when I think she'll eventually be like, I'm not the girl you're looking for, and it'll take him some time to come to terms with that. And there will be little things that'll be like, oh, yeah, she wasn't the person that was driving the car. But yeah, if it's not that, I don't know what it could be, but I think it's something.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe her roots grow out and realize, oh, it's not she wasn't blonde.
Yeah.
I don't know. But now he's known as Meatball, right? Or Ball Meat.
Only
Ball meat guy.
What adorable nickname.
It was such a cute meet cute. I loved it.
it was cute.
Adorable.
That
Their
was
banter
cute.
is
That was
so
good.
fun. And I mean like I said earlier, Bryn definitely like so much of this could never possibly really happen in real life. Um, but just
It's
him
fun.
being like, I'm going to murder her, but also why do I keep like staring at her body? And why does the smallest thing that she does set my heart aflame? And yeah, like so Jamie, you were talking about how he like doesn't even realize what he's doing and he's already murdered the guy that's like watching her in her home, and then she points out like, "Oh, you killed him to keep me safe." And he's like, "No. I did it to stuff a decapitated head in your bird feeder and make you scared, which backfired cuz you weren't."
To feed your cute, pretty murder bird.
Oh my god. I was dying at his reaction, like, of her lack of reaction.
That whole scene was hilarious, like from
Yeah.
start to finish, of just him being like, haha, like I'm gonna get her now. And she's just like,
She's gonna be
oh,
screaming
weird.
any moment now. Like,
Yeah.
Arthur, did you kill someone?
Oh my goodness. Even just down to like him coming out with the hands,
yeah.
the build a corpse thing. I was cracking up. So good.
I do love their more recent grave digging excursion.
So
Yeah.
good.
Wait, can we go back and the one where she breaks in to his hotel room?
Which
That was
which part? Because the whole thing was great.
It was so good. Like I just love how observant she was. Saw that like he was limping. Oh, he's not gonna last long going out in that jog, so I gotta hurry up. And then like the whole getting into the safe, leaving a note, and leaving him with like and just like paying attention to like what kind of car that he would be driving. It's definitely
Mm-hmm.
not the Escalade, right? It's not the other
Oh
one.
no.
It's the
Yeah,
SUV.
she's really smart. Like
Yeah.
like Arthur has taught her a lot. Like, and I have to assume that's what we're gonna find is that,
Mhm.
obviously she's bringing in her own like innate intelligence, but Arthur's tutelage for his protege and the things that he's taught her. But I also really loved with the whole her breaking into his hotel room, the fact that he walked in and knew. He like sensed her essence. And I was just like, yes, this is what I want.
I love that he's the one that scrapbooks. But also
Yeah.
Yes.
forgot to mention when we were talking about Lucas, giving Lucas the murder book Such a bad idea. Like, no way Sir doesn't open the backpack and go, "This is a murder book," right?
You know what I love though? Because the other person who scrapbooks is Arthur. Like Arthur has his grimoire. Like maybe Lucas also takes up scrapbooking and like in a later book it's just the three of them like scrapbooking together. Like that would be adorable.
We all have
Oh,
like our hobbies, right? Harper with the
yes.
gardening, the fellas with the scrapbooking.
I I did say earlier that uh no wow, Nolan. I kept calling him Noah before and I'm now like trying to retrain my brain. Nolan's scrapbook is made of paper. But did you guys think that Arthur's was not? Because there's something about like how it has like a smell to it. And I'm wondering if
She
Arthur's is made of human.
she alluded to that potential, I think.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. These fellas just
Yeah.
like me. The
I
way
could
she was
just
judging it too. She was going through it.
yep.
16 bodies. Oh my god.
One place. Yeah. So good.
When he
So
couldn't
good.
get the safe number code, I was like, "Psst, typical men."
No,
Well,
that's how safes work.
No,
yeah.
actually, I thought it was like the type of safe that we could, like, they could input their own set of numbers.
It
So I thought it was a number that he came up with, not realizing
So
it was like a master.
it is. This is like a trick that you have to know about safes like that is when you go into a hotel room, you can put in your own code.
yeah.
But then there's like a master code that wipes it. So what happened was when Harper went in and used the master code, it wiped the individual code that he'd made, which was the day that his brother died, the 0705. It
Oh,
wiped
good
that
catch.
code. So then when he was using the 0705 and it wasn't working, he was like, shit, like what happened? So then he could use the
Oh.
master code because the master code was used to like rewipe the system. Yeah. Yep. Yep. So she's smart. Like the only other thing she could have done was like re-put in another number. But the thing was is that she didn't want to not be caught. Like part of it was to fuck with him. So she wasn't really trying to cover her tracks super well. Jamie, you just looking through all of your notes.
Yeah, I was looking through my notes.
What
I
else?
don't
What
really
else we
know.
got?
I just like highlight some just like funny stuff like this is like some super fucked up Stockholm syndrome adjacent thing I've got going on.
There
There's
were
just
great
so many
lines.
lines. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's afraid of the dark, but then she wrote the most dangerous monster is the one right next to me. When he's there, I'm not afraid of the dark.
Oh man.
'Cause there was like
Yeah.
there's a line when he's stalking her, he noticed like, oh, she's probably sleeping, but like she still has some lamps on. And this was kind of like before we knew about the whole like she was being tortured and she has to
Yeah.
the dark.
You know what? It's funny, and I forgot about that. I thought that she was doing what she was doing in her living room purposely to get whatever his name was, the creep. I thought she
Mhm.
was baiting him. So I thought her leaving the lights on was her like continuing to try to bait him so she could get a reason to kill him. But I forgot about that thought because then later on she's like, "Ooh, like we're not supposed to kill townies, but like I guess what's done is done."
Oops.
So no, that's totally what it was, Jamie. I didn't even put two and two together with that. It's that she's afraid of the dark and she keeps the light on when she sleeps. Oh, they're gonna love each other so hard, and I can't wait for them to heal each other's traumas. Um, before we move into our very slight spoiler stuff for Ruinous Love Trilogy, any theories for what is about to come in the next sections? We're breaking this into three sections. The only thing that I'm really excited for, like in the future, and I don't know if it's coming in the next section, is the soapbox race. Like, we've kind of alluded to that, and I feel like it's just going to be hilarious. I don't know what plot device it's going to play. I don't know if it even will, or if it's just going to be like a hilarious scene, but I can't wait for hopefully Harper and Nolan to be riding a soapbox with probably a body made of body parts in the race.
And it feel like it's gonna crash, right? Like, no way. They're not
Absolutely.
making it sound like it's the most sturdy.
No, no, for sure, no.
Yeah, I don't really know other than that what's gonna like, that's what's interesting is, like, there's not a main villain, like, other than Sam, like, who could be a problem, and I just don't know how Sam's gonna be a problem yet.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think I can think of. I think those were two two good ones.
yeah. And definitely love them growing closer together while they dig up dead bodies in the middle of the night.
I want them to, you know.
Oh, no! He had to go swimming to bring the rope to the other rock? What a shame.
Oh no, bummer. Yeah,
Maybe
one of
they'll
them has
run
to get
together.
hurt. Mm,
Maybe they'll run together. They like running. That's another hobby.
that'd be cute. Yeah. Yeah, them just coming closer together. And hopefully, like, her saying, hey, I'm not that girl, but like that means that she would have to trust him with what is her past. Yeah,
And open up. Yeah.
right. Which is
When she,
hard.
yeah, yeah. When she's
So
trying to leave
without,
behind too.
yes. Yeah, she's definitely got a lot in her past, which I feel like is a good segue to we're going to lightly allude to something that happens in the Ruinous Love Trilogy. So if you are not interested in hearing any of that, this is the time to turn it off. Again, I will say it is a very late, like more like an Easter egg moment. It will not ruin anything plot-wise for you for anything in the Ruinous Love Trilogy. It's just like a fun moment that we do have to chat about. So, yes, I feel like all three of us, because we have read Butcher and Blackbird and the whole Ruinous Love trilogy, it seems evident that Harper is, in fact, Autumn from Butcher and Blackbird, who's a very minor character. And we don't have to like go into the specifics of that and her character, but we do know that she does escape a serial killer. So we do sort of have a look into like the twisted awfulness that happened in her past. And I think the moment that I knew for sure it was Autumn was when she talks about Adam, the guy that she loved, who it was Autumn's boyfriend who got. So yeah, I mean, we know what she came from. We know that she doesn't want people to connect her with that anymore. And she mentions that in Torres season, that she thinks that Sam could possibly like bring her back into the limelight, which she's trying to avoid. So we've got that connection. I also realized, and I was not trying to like lead into this, I actually realized this as we were talking about the bracelet, but the engraving on the bracelet is A
Yes.
squared BC, which are her and Adam's, I think, shared initials. Adam and Autumn, because I know her last name ended with a C.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so maybe it's
Yeah.
Adam's grave?
Well, and like that's the thing that I don't know, and if that ties in with the incestuous nature. Like, was Adam related to Arthur? And is that how she found her
Oh.
way to Cape Carnage? So it's like incestuous in a way, but not really, because she's not strictly related to him, but it's like her boyfriend's family.
Yeah.
Or was she just like bringing it to the cemetery as like a symbolic gesture? More like I don't have a place to visit Adam's body, so this is sort of like a stand-in. I don't know, but yeah, I realized that literally as we were talking about it. I was like, oh, I can't say that out loud at this point.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, I didn't know if it was like hers or Arthur's? Because Arthur is another A name.
Yeah.
I don't know his wife's name either.
My thought is that it's a cute bracelet that either like Adam had made for her or like she had made like for like them for their relationship. But yeah, made me sad. Autumn's been through a lot. Like I remember thinking about that when she
Yeah.
was in Butcher and Blackbird. I was like, if she ever shows up again, it's going to be interesting to see sort of how she gets past that.
But also, like, do we think what we saw in Butcher and Blackbird is like her backstory that she's hiding from, or is there more to it that we don't know yet? Because like
Hmm.
I feel like it is a lot, but I'm like almost wondering if there's even more. Like I just don't know why she escaped to Carnage, and like maybe it's just because she doesn't want to be associated with the murder, but I don't know. Like, why would give up her entire identity because of that? It's like I don't know, because I think at first I was, like, reading about the sleuthing online, and I was like, "Did she accidentally kill someone and is trying to escape with this new identity?" But it doesn't seem that way. It seems like she started killing after she met Arthur, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely I think it's the two where one she's trying to escape what happened to her being, kidnapped and tortured by that serial killer. And also her saying that she killed Harper and then obviously taken her identity. So there was that piece too that we don't know the exact details on.
True, and she did say Harper was the first person she killed.
Hmm.
So I guess she
So
killed and then took so I guess she wasn't escaping from, like, having murdered someone when she took Harper's identity because Harper was the first person
yeah,
she killed to take her identity.
Part of me wonders too, without like talking more about what happens in Butcher and Blackbird specifically, for anybody that hasn't read it. I'm wondering if Autumn was inspired to potentially kill Harper um, because of seeing the awful thing that she did. Like if that just like struck her and that sort of started her path as like a killer of bad people. And then maybe she meets Arthur later and somehow they realize we are both the same and then he sort of takes her on as his protege. But I'm dying to like figure out what the timeline is of that and the trajectory of all of that.
what if he came across and helped her? And so this was like her way of helping him.
Yeah.
So
Maybe.
they bonded.
Yeah, she takes care of him now since he took care of her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Took care of the body.
Unless it's in the lake or, river or whatever body of water. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I could see a world in which she takes Harper's identity and just like leaves and goes and lives in Cape Carnage purely because she doesn't want anything to do with her past. Like she doesn't want it to be brought up. She doesn't want people to know who she is. Like she really is just creating a clean slate for herself. Yeah. I do agree with you though, Elena. I think that it's possible that there's more that happened in her past, like between what we know about in Butcher and Blackbird and now that could have added to everything that she's dealing with. And I can't wait to find out. Yay. Let's heal trauma through love and murder. Thanks, Bryn.
No.
I'm really enjoying it so far.
This is so good. It is too early for me to like rank this amongst the Bryn Weaver books. I will just say that it is like up there. Like I am genuinely loving this book.
Right now.
The top?
Big ol'
Yeah.
five.
Big
At least
old
five
five.
stars. Yeah. Again, without like saying anything specific about her other three books that we've read. It's just like I think everything is meshing in this. Like all the
So
different
well. Yeah.
pieces. It's great. So if you somehow made it all the way through this episode and you have not actually started reading Taurus season, take this as your inspiration to now pick it up. We certainly haven't spoiled absolutely everything that happened in the first 11 chapters, so go read it. And then join us back here. We are reading through chapter 21, I think.
Windward. I went and looked it up.
Windward. So read through that for next time, and we will see how everything is matching up. Are we still loving it? Did something happen where we threw our book across the room? Let's see how we're feeling about it once we get through Windward, and we will see you guys later for that. Thanks for joining us for this one. We'll see you later. Bye.